Will it allow me to play my... Om. 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 ॐ गणानान्त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Let us all be together. Let us all be nourished together. Let us all work together with great vigor. May our studies shine and illumine our intellects. May we not conflict or contradict with each other. Let there be peace, peace, and peace. Offering our collective love at the divine lotus feet of Bhagavan Shri 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 Satya Sai Baba in Prashanti Nilayam. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Hari Om, Shalom, Sai Ram, Namaste. Last week we concluded Anuvakam number 26 with the oaths that a spiritual seeker must undertake in the context of observing the worship of the Arunaketuka Chayana, and how such vows are not just important from a spiritual point of view, but more importantly, social point of view. And those vows really about treating or not running away from the shower of grace of God. People don't understand this. They think shower of grace of God is only good things happening to them. This is the most limited perspective of what grace of God is. God's grace is not getting what you want. God's grace is He giving you what He wished to give. And when He gives that, you think God is punishing you and you will try to run away. And you run away because, oh my God. Like some people think that chanting thinking like that. Like the mother Kunti told Krishna, Bhagavan, please keep giving me these troubles. so that I continue to experience your presence and your grace all the time. Varshatina dhavet, amrutam va apaha, amrutasyananantarityai. That is the very first vow. The second one, treating the waters respectfully. Na
I think we lost him, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Saram, Swati sister, Saram Antas, Saram.
Sarah. Sarah.
nanishtivet. This signal keeps fluctuating here. So please bear with me. Hopefully it will stay through. And as we continued with the rest of the oaths, na pushkara parnani hiranyam va adhitishthet etasya agnehe anabhyarohaya. Do not ever step on those that are used, the flowers or the leaves that are used for worship. Never have feet touch the gold, because there is fire in them. You don't step on fire. So like this, the next one is about treating the creatures that inhabit the waters. And these vows therefore end with aghatuka apaha ya etamagninchinute ya uchainamevam veda. This concludes the Anuvakam number 26 with beautiful instructions of how to respect the spiritual speakers, respect for those that are used for the yajna, for this Arunaketuka Chayana. Then we go to mantra number 114, and we are starting this next Anuvakam 27. We're getting close. 5 more Anuvakas, Aruna Prishna will be done. So these, and now he's showing from the Veda Study app. And if you don't know what that is and you have not been staying in touch with it, good luck. Because all the files will be from now on from Veda Study app. And thanks to our brother Someshwar, who mentioned Aruna Prishna files were not initially uploaded, so I had to go rush to upload them, because he was looking for the transcripts for Aruna Prishna. We have some sincere students, seekers, that are not just taking this as some kind of a part-time. I will join whenever I want. I will study whenever I wish. If I have time, I will learn this kind of attitude. What happened? Oh, you are showing the app. Okay. He's showing the app, Veda Study app. And you can actually add them to your library also. If you, yeah, in the library, he added the Devi Matyam file. And also, next he has to add the Arunam file. And then what will happen is, once an update is posted to those in your library, you will get an email that a new version is uploaded for the file you have saved or the folder you have saved. It's amazing. And you can open the file in several languages. Right now he opened in English. It can also be opened in Telugu, in Kannada, in Russian. Okay, let's now go to mantra number 114. Oh, you can't click on the. Oh, can't you click on the? Yeah, yeah. Okay, so Imanuka. There are total 132 panchatis. So we are on 114 panchati now. Imanukam Bhuvanasisha Dhema. Are you there? Imanukam Bhuvanasisha Dhema.
इमानुकं भुवनाशीर्षधेम इमानुकं भुवनाशीर्षधेम
Indrascha Vishvecha Devaha.
इन्द्रश्च
Indrash Vishvecha Devaha.
इन्द्रश्च विश्वे च देवाः इन्द्रश्च
Om Imanukam Bhuvana Imanukam Bhuvanasisha Dhema.
इमानुकं भुवनाशीर्षधेम इमानुकं भुवनाशीर्षधेम
Indrascha Vishvecha Devaha.
इन्द्रश्च विश्वे च देवाः इन्द्रश्च विश्वे च देवाः
Om Imanukam Bhuvanasisha Dhema. Indrascha Vishvecha Devaha.
इमानुकं भुवनाशीर्षधेम इन्द्रश्च विश्वे च देवाः इमानुकं भुवनाशीर्षधेम इन्द्रश्च विश्वे च देवाः.
So, Ima, these, no, indeed, Kam Bhuvana, worlds, may we secure them, Sishadhema. May we indeed perfectly secure and harmonize all these worlds, along with Indra and all the universal gods. Indraha cha Vishve cha Devah. So this is the very simple mantra that is saying, may we all secure, harmonize perfectly all the worlds along with Indra and all the gods thereof. Nukam is actually a synonym for Sukham. Along with us are this Indra and the Vishvedeva. Sishadhema. Sishadhema means the root of which is to accomplish, us to master, or to perfect. So this fire that is being built or worshipped will include in perfect harmony all the aspects of divinity as well. So that means that you are actually in the world in divine partnership with everything in it. You are not separate from it. Prapancha, Paramatma. Those two are synonyms. They are not two separate entities. And if you divide them, then you experience spiritual dichotomy. Instead of operating in seamless unison with the divine forces, you will divide yourself, and therefore this is the all the prayers will be. What is the Shanti Mantra prayer at the end of the Chamakam? Om Idade Bahur Manuryagnanir Bruhaspati Rukthani. That mantra is about exactly the same principle. I'm going to work with all the divine forces to harmonize, to uplift and perfect both the internal, my psychological realms, as well as my outer world around them. The person who has harmony of inside with outside, concordance, is always in peace. The person who is in discordance of their own mind and the outer world, they're always in pieces. So therefore this mantra is calling for, what is it calling for? Imanukam bhuvanasisha dhema. Indrascha vishvecha deva. Indrascha vishvecha devaha. Then that partnership now is also now extending to others. The next two lines. Yajñascha nastanvancha prajancha.
Yagnancha or Yajnanyascha, uncle?
Yajñascha. Yajñascha. It's not Yajñancha. Did I say Yajñascha? What is it saying?
It's written Yagnyancha.
Yajñan. Yeah, Yajñanan. No, it's not. It's something. There is a mistake with that word. Yajñanancha nastanvancha prajancha. But how is that spelled? Yajñancha should be Y-A-J-N-A. Okay, let me check. Yajñancha nastanvancha prajancha. Yajñascha, no. Yajñancha nastanvancha prajancha.
Yagnyancha nastanvancha prajancha. Yagnyancha nastanvancha prajancha.
So is there a extra tilde there? Yajña, yajña, yajñancha. Okay, that's correct. Yajñancha nastanvancha prajancha. Aditya Aditya Saha Aditya Indraha Sahasisha Dhatu. So that one is Aditya Sahasisha Dhatu. Adityairindra Sahasisha Dhatu.
Adityairindra sahasesha dhatu. Adityairindra sahasesha dhatu.
Okay. यज्ञञ्च नस्तन्वञ्च प्रजाञ्च
यज्ञं च नस्तन्वं च प्रजां च यज्ञं च नस्तन्वं च प्रजां च
आदित्यैरिन्द्र is the are there आदित्यैरिन्द्रः सहसीष धातु
आदित्यैरिन्द्रः सहसीषधातु आदित्यैरिन्द्रः सहसीषधातु
यज्ञञ्च नस्तन्वञ्च प्रजाञ्च आदित्यैरिन्द्रः सहसीष धातु
यज्ञं च नस्तन्वन्
Yag, why are you saying yagn? Why are you saying yag? Yajnancha.
यज्ञं च
We are saying yagnya, yag. You are saying yag. Some G is coming in between. Yeah. Okay, one more time.
ॐ यज्ञं च नस्तन्वं च प्रजां च आदित्यैरिन्द्रः सहसीषधातु
Yajnancha, the sacrifice, and naha, our tanvam, which is bodies or ourselves, cha, and prajam, the progeny, cha, and adityaihi, with the adityas, indraha, along with Indra, saha, together with Indra, sisha dhatu, may they be perfect and secure. So what may he be? So what is saying here is, may Indra, which was invoked before, together with the illuminating Adityas, perfectly accomplish and secure our sacrifice, ourselves, and our progeny. That is the meaning of the mantra. Previously we invoked, so following the previous mantras, invocation for the perfection of all the universal worlds, Bhuvana, the prayer now is extending to that cosmic power into the sacrificers immediate reality. So now he's saying, may this Indra along with this Adityas together protect and perfect this yajna ritual and make this instrument, the body, also perfect, because the body has to be perfect. And for what reason? In order to continue the progeny. What is the meaning of the progeny? So the essence of this mantra is Shariramadhyam Khalu Dharma Sadhanam. The purpose of the body is to be a perfect instrument to continue dharma. And what is the dharma? Sacrifice. And for that, you require the ability to act, which is the Indra, and an illumined mind, Aditya. So this is not talking about some Indra guy come and take care of my body. No, that is actually saying the vitality of the body and the context of this body's ability to do the work related to the yajna, and this body being a perfect instrument in carrying out the dharma. So the essence of all of this is Shariramadhyam Khalu Dharma Sadhanam. And that is the purpose of the body. What we think purpose of the body is prayers. Atyantam padukotam. So, Shariramadhyam Khalu Dharma Sadhanam. It is an instrument indeed for accomplishing dharma or for the sadhana related to dharma, and that is the prayer. Next mantra. Adityairindrah sagano marudbhihi
आदित्यैरिन्द्रः सगणो मरुद्भिः आदित्यैरिन्द्रः सगणो मरुद्भिः
अस्माकं भूत्वविता तनूनाम्
अस्माकं भूत्व भू भू
अस्माकं भूत्वविता तनूनाम्
अस्माकं भूत्वविता तनूनाम् अस्माकं भूत्वविता तनूनाम्
आदित्यैरिन्द्रः सगणो मरुद्भिः
आदित्यैरिन्द्रः सगणो मरुद्भिः
Little bit flat.
ॐ आदित्यैरिन्द्रः सगणो मरुद्भिः
अस्माकं भूत्वविता तनूना
अस्माकं भूत्वविता तनूनाम् अस्माकं भूत्वविता तनूनाम्
आदित्यैरिन्द्रः सगणो मरुद्भिः अस्माकं भूत्वविता तनूना
आदित्यैरिन्द्रः सगणो मरुद्भिः अस्माकं भूत्वविता तनूनाम्
So, go ahead, finish.
आदित्यैरिन्द्रः सगणो मरुद्भिः अस्माकं भूत्वविता तनूनाम्
Adityaihi, with the Adityas, Indra, Sa Ganaha, accompanied by his host of, accompanied by the assembly of Marudbhihi, and with the Maruds, Asmakam, for our Tanunam bodies, Bhutu Avita, Bhutvavita. Bhutu means may he become, Avita, the protector. Avitri means the protector. Avitvam, Avitvavatu, Avitvam means protection. So essentially what is meaning? May Indra, now accompanied by the Adityas as well as his troop of Maruts, protect our bodies. Simple, no? This is what we need all the time. God give me this, God give me that. Very happy once we know God is there only to do his job, which is to protect us, nothing else. Indra, the 12 Adityas, the 49 Maruts, and now all the other gods. All of this is now expanded protection of the bodies. So, this protective invocation by calling upon Indra and his entire cosmic majesty, flanked by the two primary divine aspects of the illuminating Adityas and the dynamic aspect of Maruts. See, what happens is spiritual people have a tendency to be dull. They are all like, Mannudinna Pamulu means, like snakes eaten mud. They'll sit quietly, they don't have any dynamism in them. All like castor oil faces they think that they are meditating and they're. So for doing yajna and all of that stuff, you not only require the illumined mind and a steel-like body, but you require the dynamism, the kinetic aspect has to be there. Not just, what, I mean, I see some people, I don't know whether they're really spiritual people or not, they're in such dullness. Huh? So the dynamism aspect is invoked here with the Maruts. And avitva, bhutva vita tanunam. Bhutu avita tanunam. So the vitality, the illumination, now you see how many different aspects are invoked here, the physical and the mental aspects, and now to become this impenetrable fortress, fully secured against all kinds of distractions to be able to perform the sacrifice. Wow, very beautiful. Sthirairangaistushtvagum sastanobhi. That is also the spirit of that Bhadrang Karnebihi. That mantra is also. This next mantra is one of my favorite mantras. Aplavasva praplavasva.
Aplavasva praplavasva. Aplavasva praplavasva.
Andi bhavajamamuhu.
Andi bhavajamamuhu. Andi bhavajamamuhu.
Sukhadin dukkha nidhanam.
Sukhadindukkhanidhanam. Sukhadindukkhanidhanam.
Pratimunchasva swampuram.
Pratimunchasva swampuram. Pratimunchasva swampuram.
Aplavasva praplavasva. Aplavasva aplavasva praplavasva.
Aplavasva praplavasva. Om. Aplavasva praplavasva.
Andi bhavajamamuhu.
Andi bhavajamamuhu. आण्डीभवजमामुहुः
सुखादीन्दुःखनिधनाम्
सु सुखादीन्दुःखनिधनाम् सुखादीन्दुःखनिधनाम्
प्रतिमुञ्च स्वस्वाम् पुरम्
प्रतिमुञ्च स्वस्वा प्रतिमुञ्च स्वस्वां पुरम् प्रतिमुञ्च स्वस्वां पुरम्
Good. आप्लवस्व प्रप्लवस्व आण्डीभवजमा मुहुः सुखादीन्दुःखनिधनाम् प्रतिमुञ्च स्वस्वाम् पुरम्
आप्लवस्व प्रप्लवस्व आण्डीभवजमामुहुः सुखादीन्दुःखनिधनाम् प्रतिमुञ्च स्वस्वां पुरम्
Pratisva is, it has to be called Pratimuncha Swaswam Puram.
प्रतिमुञ्च स्वस्वां पुरम्
See, those of you who are learning now should be getting the point of the holdings, how they help you maintain the total duration of the mantra. If you just slip that swa without holding, then what will happen? It will be done 1/4 matra sooner. Pratimuncha swaswam Pratimuncha swa. So then that holding helps with the total. So aplavasva, swim across. Praplavasva, fully transcend. Aplavasva, swim across. Praplavasva, fully cross. Swim across, fully transcend. And when what to fully transcend, who is it addressed to? Ja. Oh, the born soul is addressed to the one who is born, which is the individual. Ma, do not bhava, become andi, an embryo bound to the womb, muhuhu, again and again. What a beautiful. Huh? What is it saying? Hey, you fellow, huh? Swim across, aplavasva, praplavasva, transcend. Transcend from what? And they're saying, do not become womb bound, or andi also mean egg bound. Do not be born as a egg again and again. What we want to do, this is what, this is like throwing this incredible, beautiful Vedic statement. Sukhadin, that which begins with pleasure, dukkha nidhana, and ends in sorrow, pratimunchasva, get liberated from that. Swam, your own, puram, city. That is the That is the meaning of those Sukhadim, Sukhadim, that which begins with pleasure, Dukkha Nidhana, will always end up in sorrow. Pleasure will always end up in sorrow. Pleasure will not end in pleasure. Pleasure will always end in sorrow. And therefore, what you have to do? Cast off. Pratimunchasva. Pratimunchasva. Munchasva means get a pratimunchasva. Cast off. From what? Your own body, which is the Puram, your own city, your own place of residence. Array, you born soul, swim across, fully transcend this ocean of existence. Do not become bound to the womb again and again. Cast off your own physical body, which begins with temporary pleasure, but inevitably will end only in sorrow. This is beautiful. All that beauty. Why they're saying this? Why suddenly they're introducing this mantra? Why suddenly this teaching is coming? And all the previous lines were about what? May Indra be with me. May I secure all the worlds. May I secure everything perfectly, harmonized with everything around me, to follow my dharma. And then not only this Indras, the Adityas, the Maruts, all of them, let them all come and make my body so protected so that I will continue my sacrifice. Boom! Immediately said, do not get attached to the body. So what you think? That you think this body is only like a steel protected, and then you become attached to this body. They are saying that body that is given to you, aplavasva, praplavasva, use it to swim across. It's like a boat to cross this ocean of Bhava Sagara. So do not get attached to it. Don't become womb bound again and again. Don't get stuck in pleasures in this body. And the moment you get stuck in pleasure, you will know it will only end up in sorrow. Pratimunchasva, get liberated from your own city, Pura. See, that's why I use the word do not suffer from happiness. If you heard that so many times, do not suffer from happiness means this. Because God has given this beautiful body that is protected along with all the ganas associated with it, only to do the dharma, then suddenly you will fall trap into this body and something happens to this body, then you are depressed. Oh, I got a heart attack, I got this, I got, then you are, and then you come, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani, jathare shayanam, iha samsare, khalu dustare, krupaya pare, pahi murare. That principle is this mantra is now teaching. Aplavasva, praplavasva. See, they're like beautiful words that are calling out with beautiful rhythm. Sukhadin dukkha nidhanam. Marichayas swayam bhuvaha bhuvaha.
मरीचयस्वायम्भुवाः मरीचयस्वायम्भुवाः
Ye shariranya
ये शरीराण्यकल्पयन् ये शरीराण्यकल्पयन्
te te deham kalpayantu.
ते ते देहं कल्पयन्तु ते ते देहं कल्पयन्तु
Machate khyasma tirishat.
मा च ते ख्यास्म तीरिषत् मा च ते ख्यास्म तीरिषत्
मरीचयस्वायं भुवाः मरीचयस्वायं भुवाः
मरीचयस्वायं भुवाः मरीचयस्वायं भुवाः
ये शरीराण्यकल्पयन्
ये शरीराण्यकल्पयन् ये शरीराण्यकल्पयन्
ते ते देहं कल्पयन्तु
ते ते देहं कल्पयन्तु ते ते देहं कल्पयन्तु
मा च ते ख्यास्मतीरिषत्
मा च ते मा च ते ख्यास्मतीरिषत् मा च ते ख्यास्मतीरिषत्
मरीचयस्वायं भुवाः ये शरीराण्यकल्पयन् ते ते देहं कल्पयन्तु मा च ते ख्यास्मतीरिषत्
मरीचयस्वायं भुवाः ये शरीराण्यकल्पयन् ते ते देहं ते ते देहं कल्पयन्तु मा च ते ख्यास्मतीरिषत्
Okay. This Marichayaha, the Marichi, is self-born and self-effulgent. Swayam Bhuvaha Bhuvaha. Ye who Sharirani, the physical bodies, Akalpayan, originally formed. Te, they, te, for you, deham, a new body, kalpayantu, let them form. Ma, let not, and te, your khyatihi, physical renown or glory, sma, indeed, reshat means perish. That is all the syntax. You didn't follow anything what I read. But once you know the overall meaning and then you go back and read it, it's beautiful. The construction of these words and how they put together this syntax, I mean, therefore it is not human created. There is no human mind that can conceive the vibrations like this that so perfectly snap together. And here is a beautiful example of this Veda mantra. Anyway, I'll go through the meaning of this. May the Marichi, the self-effulgent one, who originally formed all the bodies, fashion a new divine body for you, and may your spiritual glory never perish. So this is the declaration. What they're saying. So what will happen, sir? The previous mantra is saying, I don't come back again in the womb and all of that stuff. What will happen to me as a spiritual seeker? So therefore, here it is given the assurance that you will get this body that is glorious. It is effulgent. And that effulgent body is what you get. Not this physical body with flesh and disease and all of that stuff. This body is the glorious spiritual body that is made of the light itself, or the self-effulgence light itself. And may that spiritual glory of yours never perish. This is a phenomenal example of, this is one of the classical phenomenal examples of Vedic structural construction in grammatically. It's a study case. It doesn't follow the regular Sanskrit grammar, the Sanskritam grammar of Panini and all of that stuff. So that is where the beauty of Veda Mantra, because Veda Mantras were way before Panini has started formalizing the Sanskritam grammar with Ashtadhyayi. So when you read these mantras, you will be bewildered. Oh my God, how did they construct it? The last line, Machate, actually it is Khyati, Khyati, Machate, Khyati, Sma, Reshat. That is the syntax. So that actually the way it is written there is incorrect. It has to be connected as Ti, and then there should be another Danda, Rishat. That is the construction of the word. So what they did, in between the word Khyati, they inserted Sma and therefore created Kya Sma Ti Rishat. But the actual sentence is Machate Khyati Rishat Sma Rishat. That is a beautiful example. So people that do not understand that, what will they say? Without knowing this split, a chanter will mistakenly think just like what we wrote there. We took from maybe some book and wrote there. It's my mistake. Because I did not understand that at the time of creating the Padapatha, I am sure. So therefore, I thought Tirishat is a standalone verb and Kya is a separate noun. And that is incorrect. It has to be Machate Khyati Sma Rishat. That has to be corrected. Life is learning. Every time when it is focused in looking at it, these mantras tell you something, and I was trying to understand what this mantra is. Took me a long time, and then I'm trying to figure out. Then I had to go back, look at some other books, and then suddenly it said Machate Khyati Sma Rishat. Then, oh, it is Khyati, and that Khyati means glory. Machate Khyati Sma Rishat means let you not, may you not, or may you not. Ma means not, negative. Your spiritual glory be indeed, Sma is indeed, Rishat means perish. That's another beautiful mantra. So what is this mantra talking about? It's now beautifully resolving this whole paradox of liberation. You cast off the body of karma. You cast off the body of pain, temporal pleasure. And if you are a true spiritual seeker, your glory does not end there, because you shall then acquire the body of this pure light and truth by the very architects of the cosmos, the Swayam Bhuvaha. Swayam Bhuvaha. So, what it is saying, you seeker, may your spiritual radiance, wisdom, and divine glory, may it remain eternally undiminished, undiminished in the supreme realm. So, what it is saying is that the people, the mantra is actually saying, just as the old this body experiences age, experiences a decay, experiences breakdown, etc. But if you are a spiritual seeker and you have lived this spirituality throughout your life and built a character based on that, then what will happen? This particular physical body's characteristics do not apply to your spiritual body, which is nothing but effulgence. It's a divya deha. And the rigid rules of the worldly language are broken down and they don't apply to that. So therefore, in order to prove the rigid rules of grammar also do not apply here, they took the khyati and introduced the sma in between and broke the rules of the world do not apply to your spiritual body. That is so absolutely stunning. I don't know if you are connecting with me. I'm just a stupid fellow, just enamored by all of this and blissfully talking to myself. Maybe not. A real vibe. I look at Somu's face, it's like, it's like a deer in red lights. Somu is like, what is this Anna talking? I have no clue. Anna, என்னடா சொல்ற? அது உனக்கு ஒன்னும் புரியுது இல்ல. What is happening, Anna? You're killing me. You're creating a PhD out of me, permanently head damaged. This is a beautiful Bhartruhari shloka. Is a very, in fact, this father's centennial, I created a memento, and this is exactly the shloka I put below his picture. And then this mantra is showing that, oh my God, I was reading this mantra and I just finished this memento where I typed Jayantite Sukrutino Rasasiddha Kavishwara Nasti Esham Yeshakaye Jara Maranajam Bhayam. I put this shloka below father's picture for the memento. And then I finished doing that and I was chanting this mantra. I was beating my head around it. And suddenly this whole thing is the body, the glorious, what that means, that Bhartruhari Shlokam, what it means, victorious are those master poets who have realized the essence of rasa, the aesthetics. Here, rasa siddhi means not the Nujividu rasa. Rasasiddhi, Rasasiddhi is not enjoying Nujividu rasams, mangoes. Rasasiddhi means Bhagavan is described as Raso Vaisaha, is the essence of everything. And therefore, Rasasiddha Kavishwara, the one who have realized the divine And that master poets, for them, their body of glory is never touched by the fear of old age or death, unlike the physical body. That is the essence of the mantra. That is the essence of the shloka. How it ties together Satya Siva Sundara Kriti, Sri Purushottama Samsmriti is exactly tying it to this Satya Siva Sundara Kriti. This rasa is Satya Siva Sundaram, Satyam Shivam Sundaram. And the one who has realized this Satyam Shivam Sundaram, he doesn't have a physical body, he has a glorious body. And that glorious body is not subject to decay, death, and the fear associated with old age and the death. Jayanti te sukruti no rasasiddha kavishvara nasti esham yashah kaye jara maranajam bhayam. So that is exactly machate, machate khyati smarishat, machate khyasma rishat. What a beautiful construction. Marichayasvayam bhuvah ye shari. And then the connection went out because it went into glorious body suddenly. So ordinary body went into glorious body. So Marichaya Swayam Bhuvaha. Where is that word? Where is that word Marichi coming? Huh? Where is
Purush.
hey, not you, not you. Is everybody there? Everybody there?
Yeah.
Shama, you're back.
Sairam, yeah.
Huh? Who gave the answer?
I said
Shama. Sham gave.
Oh, Soma uncle, Soma uncle.
You didn't connect to the mantra. Who said Purusha Suktam? Who said Purusha Suktam? Da? Somebody said Purusha Suktam? Nobody said Purusha Suktam. There is a similar mantra in Purusha Suktam. Prajapatisharati garbhe antaha ajayamano bahudha vijayate tasya dhiraf parijananti yonim Marichinam padavichanti vedasaha. Have you started this mantra? Huh? Have you learned this mantra in Purushottam?
Yes, yeah.
That mantra is also conveying the very similar meaning, synonymous to what we have just learned. I think my internet is now fluctuating a lot. So let us that completes what mantra? Does it complete that mantra or does
Not
it?
yet, uncle.
No. Oh, the next set of mantras I don't want to get into now because they're way too powerful. Let's hold them because it is now 1 hour past, right? Yeah, 6 minutes past the hour. So let's chant the Yadakshara Padam first. Please go ahead.
ॐ श्रीसायीश्वराय नमः हरिः ॐ
Sri Saishwaraya Namaha. Yanamaha, you're using flat. Huh?
श्रीसायीश्वराय नमः हरिः ॐ
See now, anybody else imperfectness I will tolerate, but not yours.
यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं तु यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देव नारायण नमोऽस्तु ते विसर्गबिन्दुमात्राणि पदपादाक्षराणि च न्यूनानि चातिरिक्तानि क्षमस्व साईश्वर अपराधसहस्राणि क्रियन्ते हर्निशं मया दासोऽयमिति मां मत्वा क्षमस्व साईश्वर अपराधसहस्राणि
Anyadha Sarana,
अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष साईश्वर हरिः ॐ तत्सत् श्री साईश्वरार्पणमस्तु.
Okay, Sairam. Are there any questions or comments?
Sairamana, I have this mantra, Marichaya Swayambhuvaha and Ye Shariran Kalpayan. So it says that we receive a divine body. Is that also similar to when we get the Brahmopadesham, we were called as Dvija or twice born? Is that is that also what it means by getting a divine body in order to perform the sacrifice?
He's talking about Dvi means two, dual. Ja means birth. And you say Dvijavarya addressing a Brahmin, generally, that's because they're born twice. The first is the physical birth in the womb of the mother. The second is the birth that is associated with getting this Gayatri Mantra initiation. I asked Swami this question. Swami, how unfair this is. How unfair this classification based on this Gayatri Mantra Diksha. What happened to all the other people? Why you are? My problem is always if anybody is excluded, I am upset. Why this partiality for these Brahmin fellows? Aren't the Kshatriyas also getting Gayatri Mantra? Why are they not called Dvijas? Why are Vaishyas not called Dvijas? What's so great about only Brahmins being called Dvijas? And Swami said, complete misinterpretation, Bangaru. You are born physically to the mother once. But when your mind is occupied by love for God, you are born again. So those that are born one time are the ones that are physically born, but all lovers of God will get second birth the moment love for God is born in them. So therefore, forget about all this classification of Brahmopadesham and all of that stuff. Love God, you will be born again. Until then, you really don't have a birth. You have a physical birth like an animal. The moment this love for God comes, then you become, doesn't matter. You are a monkey, doesn't matter. God, monkey that loves the God is even a better Brahmin than the Brahmin that got Brahmopadesham. So therefore, don't get carried away. Now you are asking a different question: is this this second aspect of getting this divine body? No, no. This is completely beyond the realm of physical existence. What we are talking is getting second birth is in physical existence, but here they are talking about this body has no jara maranajam bhayam. This body has no pain, pleasure, inflictions associated with disease. All of that are not subject to this. But that is the body that they are talking about beyond physical realm. Okay, thanks for asking that question. Okay, Sairam. என்னடா
Sairam.
சோமு அடே சொல்லப்பா நல்லா இருக்கியா எப்படி இருக்குடா
நல்லா இருக்கணும் பை
குட்லா
சுவாமி
ஓகே ஓகே
அண்ணா
did you need a helmet today or what
இல்லண்ணா just growing some
okay
அண்ணா the previous 114 I'm still sitting on that so taking the 114 the aplavasva and praplavasva so can I say the next line is the previous one says not to be born again in the womb. So what is next? That means out of the womb to the next deha or whatever that says in the Marichaya. Is that the way to look at it? No?
yes what happens if you don't come back again that is what they're talking about hey don't get caught up in this physical body and now you think that I have to live forever in this body to continue my dharma and all of that stuff. No, there is don't get attached. Aplavasva, swing out of it, get out of that, swim across and transcend this ocean of worldly existence and do not become an egg or embryo bound to the womb again and again. So therefore, what is happening? You are now going beyond pleasure and pain, sukha, dukkha, beyond sukha, dukkha. Then you are liberated from this shackles of this body, the physical body, cast off that physical body. Then, because of your spiritual glory, you will be given this complete light body. Now, please, the light body means not another story. Don't go into the light body business. This is not what it is talking about. This is the body that is effulgence. Beyond that, yes. Sairam. Yes.
Sairam uncle, I have three
Yeah.
things.
Three na.
Yeah, just
What
so one was the Padapata English text. This probably should be Prajam in the text, not Prajaha. It should be Yajnam cha naha tanvam cha prajam cha. I think the text is
Yajnancha natanvam cha prajancha adityaihi indraha sahasesha dhatu. What is there?
yeah. In the Padapata it says Prajaha cha. So I
No,
think that
prajam. It is prajam, not praja.
okay. Prajam, and then I had a question about these two. This is I don't know why do they put these? Why do they show these two? I thought typically two it's at the end of the line. These two lines.
What to?
Oh,
Yeah, that danda, that the end of the thing. Why did they put the double danda after asmakam bhutvavita tanunam? Is that what you're talking about?
yeah. Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. So there the concept now, that's kind of from there the concept is changing. Until then, what is happening? May Indra, may Adityas, may Vishwe Deva, may all those guys protect our body, Anunam. And then the next one is saying, Aplavasva Praplavasva, jump out of this, jump out of this body. Completely different concept is coming. That's why double danda is there.
Thank you, Uncle. And then the last one was the no. So the pain. No, pleasure follows. Was it? Dukkha
Sukhadin dukkha nidhanam. Sukhadin dukkha nidhanam. Yeah.
So we can also look at sukha and dukkha as the placement of the mind, right? So it's like dukkha is when the mind is in the wrong place. Sukha is when the mind is placed correctly. Is that another way we can look at it? So it's saying that the mind will always go to a different place.
Oh, so you are if sukha is where the mind is in its right place and dukkha is not in its right place, applying that meaning there will not work here, is what you're trying to say. Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm trying. Can we look at it that way? Applying that meaning.
So the no, I mean, what here it is very simply saying pleasure and pain. That's the way it is interpreted here. Okay.
Okay.
Pleasure always ends up in always ends up in pain. That's the way it is interpreted here.
Okay. Thank you, Uncle.
Sukhadim, that which begins with pleasure. Adi means begins with sukha, the pleasure. Dukkha nidhanam, and ends up in sorrow. So
So,
here the dukkha
Sairam, sir.
meaning is, as we looked at it, is not applied here. It is pain and pleasure.
Got it. Thank you, Uncle.
Yeah.
so Anna, the
Yes, Sambhav.
padas will be changed there because there it is written as Sukha and then Induhu. I think so. Could you pull up the padas, Shama? Yeah, it's written Sukha and
Sukhadim, dukkha nidhanam.
I think here it is written Sukha and Indhu, right?
No ma, sukhadim dukkha nidhanam.
Okay.
What do you mean Indu? Where is Indu here? There's no Indu. Sukhadim dukkha nidhanam. So the syllable is the sukhadim dukkha nidhanam, because the du is the dental, the dim anuswara becomes in. Therefore, it is sukhadim dukkha nidhanam. There is no Indu.
Anna, it is written there Sukha Induhu in the
Where it is
padas.
written in the Padapata. Okay.
Yeah.
So Sukhadim, that's the way it should be written.
Okay.
Sukhadim is one word. Yeah. Sukha Indu is incorrect. That's correct. That has to be corrected. Sukhadim is what it should be written as pada. Sukha Adim is the padas. Thank you. I was looking at the what you call it, this what is that? The regular patha,
Samhita.
not Samhita patha. Thank you. See, now people are tuned. They all like to use the Sanskrit of words. Samhita patha is the correct regular patha. So Sukha Indu is incorrect. Sukha Adim Dukkha Nidhana. Okay. Sharmagari, you were asking a question?
No, here what Sairam, what exactly the thing is, if I am understanding the correctly, and limitation of pleasure and limiting yourself in pleasure and pain and death and birth recycle, get yourself liberated. That's what the point you conveyed actually. Limitation versus liberation. And the sadhana for the liberation is also not indicated. They are saying they are protecting us like that. They said no. Sadhana for the liberation. I hope I have conveyed my question.
They are
Limitation.
asking what is the sadhana to transcend from the limited body to the spiritual
Liberation.
body. What is the sadhana? What is the
Yes, yes.
sadhana? Yeah, the sadhana is aplavasva praplavasva, and it is going to come again. This
Yeah,
is not
it's
the end
going
of the mantra. The mantra is continuing next. It will come.
Okay.
It will come.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, sir.
Yes, I know. Okay. All right. Are we good? 4 people dropped away. Let's go. Let's go back. But Shyam, please conclude with the Shanti prayer.
ॐ स्वस्तिः प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्याय्येन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः को ब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शांति शांति शांतिः जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।
Jai